If you're into landscape photography, then Thomas Heaton might be one of your favorite YouTubers. He is a landscape photographer and a popular YouTuber. Thomas's story is quite interesting. In this video, I'll tell you how his love for photography started, how he started working as a photographer, how he became a wedding photographer, landscape photographer, and later a successful YouTuber. So, now let's start from the beginning. Thomas Heaton was born in April 1984 into a middle-class family, and he hails from Northumberland, England. His father worked as a bus driver and Thomas's grandmother was a skilled artist. Thomas loved art classes at school and wanted to become a good artist, but he couldn't become good at art. This greatly disappointed him. At 16, as a part of his college course, he got introduced to photography in the darkroom. He fell in love with photography. As soon as he held a camera, learnt to use it and developed the film, and he never looked back. He shot film and learnt developing in the darkroom from 2000 to 2003. Hitherto, Thomas didn't use photography as a creative tool and just limited it to the holiday snaps. Thanks to his love for the outdoors, at 16, he got into landscape photography and started exploring places and capturing them in his camera. Photography gave Thomas a purpose to travel, and his first landscape photo was of Blackpool Beach. The photo was overexposed and wasn't up to the par. Ranulph Fiennes, a British explorer, is his inspiration. Now, let's take a brief look at Thomas's career. He studied for a media degree, and after graduating from university, he started working as a video technician for a large events company, and his job involved video production, editing, photography, and traveling across Europe. After working for 4 years in the corporate events industry, Thomas felt the job to be a dead-end one, and so he quit the job in early 2011 and started working as a freelance camera operator and photographer, and then started working as a professional wedding photographer. In 2011, as Thomas didn't have enough money, he settled for a Canon 7D camera and Canon 50mm f1.4 and Sigma 10 to 20mm lenses for wedding photography. Canon 350D aka EOS Digital Rebel XT was his backup camera. This was his first digital camera, and he bought it in 2006. Eventually, as Thomas worked for more weddings, he saved up enough money and bought an 85mm f1.8 lens and a 24 to 70mm f2.8L lens. Then he bought a Canon EOS 1D Mark III and Canon EOS 5D Mark III cameras. After photographing around 100 weddings, Thomas noticed that he wasn't getting creative with the wedding photography and wasn't enjoying it. Also, as wedding photography involved many things which were outside his control, he developed anxiety, and so he pulled the plug and quit working as a wedding photographer. At the time, Thomas enjoyed landscape photography and considered it only as a hobby and felt it not to be a tangible career option as he had no knowledge of earning from landscape photography. Thomas started his studio ProCap. Even though he started earning handsomely with studio work, he didn't always enjoy it as it sometimes felt tedious. Prior to this, Thomas used to upload his images to stock sites and give them to the photography agents who used to sell them, and he used to earn a commission of 50 to 60%. Once, Thomas bought a new bike and started watching mountain biking on YouTube to learn biking tricks and jumps, and he wondered whether there were any good photography YouTube channels, and he stumbled upon 2 landscape photography channels, Ben Horn and Nick Carver. The videos of these channels impressed Thomas, and he was inspired to start his own YouTube channel. So, on November 25, 2014, he started his eponymous channel and a day later published his first video, Landscape Photography on Location, Lake District, Great Gable, UK. At the time, he was influenced by Casey Neistat, and unlike Ben and Nick, Thomas wasn't producing cinematic quality videos. He started producing normal vlogs with his iPhone. He used to shoot by taping his phone to a stick, and even though the production quality of his videos wasn't great, they started becoming popular thanks to his storytelling. After working on his YouTube channel for a couple of years, Thomas gained a sizable number of followers and started earning more from his channel than his studio, and this was a blessing for him as he was following his passion of landscape photography and earning by sharing it on YouTube. Thomas loved landscape photography more than working in the studio, so he prioritized former over latter and became a full-time landscape photographer. Currently, he has 575K subscribers on his channel and 252K followers on Instagram. Entering into YouTube when there wasn't much competition is one of the reasons for his success. Thomas earns from ads, affiliate marketing, sponsorships, public speaking, lectures and workshops, and selling books, prints, calendars, and merchandise through his company, Outdoor Publishing Limited. He published 3 volumes of his book Landscape Photography on Location. Thomas travels around the world for shoots, and most of his trips are inspired by other people's work. When he notices amazing location photos of travelers, he sets on trips. He uses Google Earth, Flickr, and hashtags in Instagram and X to find locations. Thomas's most memorable shoot location is Zion National Park, Utah. He also traveled to Death Valley to shoot. He loves using filters, and most of the time, he uses a polarizing filter to reduce glare and reflection and to improve the contrast and saturation of images. He also uses ND filters and occasionally ND grad filters. Thomas's main video camera is a Fujifilm X-T4. He is an introvert and loves rock climbing, mountain biking, fishing, camping, hiking, and running. This fan lover lives in Whitley Bay, England. So, how are you inspired by Thomas Heaton's story? Please comment below. If you are into reading, I've also written his story on my website, which I'm linking in this video's description. And if you are interested in more success stories of your favorite YouTubers, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.